This is CBR Cowboy coming to you here. I revert to the old cell phone because I can't find batteries for my good camera. So anyway, this video is going to be about if you're wanting to get into reloading, the things that you'll need. Just some of the basic items and the layout of my workbench here. But you can find you can get all these items. You can get kits. Like that's what I did. I bought a Lee single stage kit. I guess back in November of last year. And anyway, I got some stuff here on the bench, like brass and powder scale and powder dropper and safety glasses and gloves for sure. Keep safety's the #1 thing, and some stuff to add to my wall of shame. And that's from all this right here is definitely crunching these cases. Is not I didn't flare them too much. Out of all the cases I did this morning, these two are the ones I did not flare enough. But anyway, I've got all my stuff. You can buy load and trade, but you can get these at the range and trash cans. People look at me funny when I dumpster dive, but I really don't give a rip because there's brass in there too. People throw brass away, and I collect all the brass. I've got a whole collection of brass here and make my own target stands. I mean, I'm trying to be somewhat self-reliant. But anyway, I got priming tools up here in this box here, the handheld one. You can prime on this press. It's got a place where you can put your priming on, but you also need a shell holder in your die that you're working with. I eventually want to get me a turret press for all my handgun stuff. I got some 38s here. I'll reload. You can get these old boxes like this right here. Just put your load die on top of it, and it's got a tray inside there. Slide the cartridges in the tray, load it up, and you're good to go. If you're gonna prime on the press, you have to use these little tools anyway. Also, you'll need a case sleeve for your rifle brass if you reload rifle ammunition. And you'll need, if you're going to reload rifle, you'll also need some trimming tools. Which, the kit that I bought, it come with the cutter, but it didn't come with a gauge. And these gauges are like a couple dollars. You can order them off Amazon. And anyway, they come in handy because it trims them down to the length they need to be. And it makes them uniform. I'm on a little bit of steel wool to clean up a case. Normally I clean them before I load them, but anyway, this is one of the new things that come with. You can buy a die for that caliber that rifle caliber that you're loading, and but the only thing about that, it gets all your shavings in your press, and it's just a pain to clean out. So I just stuck with the old-fashioned way. I may eventually get some decent stuff, but I don't really. I reload my rifle stuff, but I don't reload a ton of it. Just enough, that I can target shoot with it and hunt with it. But yeah, need priming tools, need your dies. Also, you'll need all your components, bullets, primers. And another thing too is, I live down here in the South, so these Desca packs, I got probably about 10 of them in this thing in this compartment here. I got all kinds of powders, pistol rifle powders. And these old boxes I pick up at the range so that I can put shells in, loaded cartridges. I just put my load die on there. Bullets, a lot of pistol bullets. Rifle bullets are underneath this box of pistol cartridges or primers, and even these right here, these old medicine bottles. You can actually have got Desca packs in them. You can actually store pistol ammunition in there. But anyway. The die set, if you buy Lee dies, if you're going to get pistol set, you want the 4 die set. Because if you don't get the 4 die set, they've got the 3 die set. And the thing about the 3 die set is it doesn't have a full length resizer in it. And what I like about the full length resizer is I can pick up range brass and reload it, and I can use it in my gun. Well, you don't have the full length resizer, you can only fire brass that's been fired through your gun, or a specific gun that you have if you have multiple guns. So it's a pain, but really that right there, if you got the 4 die set, you can pick up any brass and use it as long as the brass is good. Rifle, really all you need is the 3 die set because it comes with a full length resizer and the 3 die set. So, and you don't have to worry about flaring rifle cases because most of your projectiles are just the diameter of the projectiles are just a little bit smaller than the diameter of the case, and so you don't have to worry about flaring those. But so that's one plus the rifle. You ain't got to flare them. but then you got to trim. And then for pistol, you ain't got to trim because most of your pistol cases are straight wall, and they don't expand. You know, they don't expand as much, and you don't have to worry about trimming those, but you got to flare them. So, but anyways, it's a hobby. It's fun. I enjoy it because I can shoot more. As much shooting as I do, I probably go at least 2 or 3 times a month to the range. I also got some load data in this binder here, printed it offline. You can get it on Hodgdon website, all that kind of stuff. Hodgdon Alliant Powders has their own website. And then I've got this right here is either the wall, it's any kind of brass that I can't reload if it's got cracks or whatever. There's some 22 cases in there, but most of this brass that's in here is too damaged to reload. Like it's got bulges in it, dents that are pretty bad. They won't come out when I resize them. I've got a couple cases that are split from where they've just been, loaded either too hot or just where they're old and they've worn out. I've got some cases in there that's probably 40 years old that's worn out. And then I mounted me this little tube here on this press. It's supposed to catch all your primers, but thing is it fills up, and I mounted me a little bicycle water bottle bracket there and put this little can in there and it collects all my primers. But yeah, this is just some of the basic stuff you'll need. Your brass, your components, your press, powder dispenser, and I've got some stuff. I'm gonna see if I can save the primers in these old cases here that got messed up this morning. But out of all those cases I loaded, 2 of them didn't get flared. Either they didn't get flared or they didn't get flared enough. But anyway, all right, sounds good. I'm leaving. I'll be heading on out of here, so we'll catch up with you later.